Hello, and welcome to ReadsomeBooks. We're doing a reading vlog today, something I haven't done yet on this channel. And you've seen in the thumbnail, but it's going to be The Last Contract of Isako by Fonda. So this is pretty epic from what I've heard. And I will start by, how do they start these things? They usually start it with like a coffee scene, right? Let's do that. Am I doing it right? Then you put the coffee. Inside here. You see? Simple. You don't do too much because you don't want to overdo it. So you want to do it just right to where it's at the line. When it's at the line, you mean it's go time. Then you place it in the hole here. So you can see, you just place it right in the hole here. It's pretty filthy in there because I'm an avid coffee drinker. All right, coffee cup of choice. We only have two clean, and this is my wife, so it's a no-brainer. But it has a cool little inside there, don't you see? Don't you see that? Yes. Oh, I need water. So I use filtered water here. Gloop, 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 gloop. Okay, we're filled. Can't forget to put the coffee back when you're done. Right? You gotta put the coffee back. Okay, it doesn't close because the lid's busted, and Kira doesn't really work with. So you gotta be very careful. Ready? In position. In position. Wait for it to blink. You see that blinkage? Sucking the water. We're cooking. It's boiling up that water, getting it to nice and coffee temp. And then once it gets to that good coffee temp, then it'll start dispersing from a little hole. So this is my choice of reading spot. On the couch here, I lay on down like this on the cushion. I'm with my friend here. His name's Louie. Hey, buddy. You want to do some reading?
You're a little bit weird.
He does. Now I'm gonna put my coffee by you. Let me get one more drink. Let's get to reading. The bookmark I'm using is this. It's pretty good. There's some other cats back there. So Last Contract of Isako, you know, Fonda. I'm very fond of her work, from what I can tell so far. It's like, live by the code, right? Die by the knife. So, I'm gonna start reading this. I just finished up the first chapter, and so far, she seems like she is a douche, kind of like a James Bond that's very assured of herself. But she gets laid off from a contract that is very amazing and it pays good. And I guess they're from the industry, movie industry, Hollywood or something like that. So yeah, so far it's starting out pretty good. You know, I'm like, okay, I'm kind of getting the feel of it a little bit. The writing's really good. I like that. So it's very smooth. Yeah. So I'm gonna continue to read. I'll tune back in once I get to at least like maybe chapter 4 or 5. All right. See you then. Fonda Lee, she does a real good job at keeping you immersed in the story. You know what I mean? It's like she knows the reader, right? And if you don't like know her story and her writing, you can develop an attachment really quick, is what I'm finding, because she has a way to captivate you. And we're reading onward.
A few moments later.
One sleepy cat enjoyed his beautiful afternoon nap. Lovely summer day.
All right, so I am currently on page 65 and on chapter 7. And so far I'm getting better acquainted with Isako, or Ishiko. She's really getting screwed over by her company that she's worked for many years, and her contract was given to someone else. She had to fight for it, right? And then the person she had to fight for was the person she wasn't about to fight with. So now she's basically forced to resign, but they're kind of in control of that, whether or not you can or cannot. Due to her working there for many years, they did accept it, only on one term, that she would do this one last job and then she would resign. So then it moves on to her family life. So she is a mother. Her husband is Ty. His name is Ty. But that relationship didn't really work out. But they had a kid. They had a daughter. The kid's named Maya. No regret, she says, because she absolutely adores Maya, and she loves that she's grown up and taking care of herself and doing well for herself. But she is ashamed to have to tell her that she is going to have to resign from her job that she's been working for many years. And so from what I'm gathering is this contract is, you're a protector, you're a security guard, and she's like a samurai, so she's good with the long sword. What we do see is like these synth bodies. They're very like robotic and void of emotion sometimes in their expressions and movement. When they stand, they're like very still, like robots. And basically you can live a long time, and of course, if you have money, then you can survive. But if you don't have money, then you die. So basically, the people who live a long time are people who are, of course, wealthy and can pay for it. And it's every man for themselves in this universe. The human brain, they're claiming, can only last 150 years, even with these synth bodies. Somebody has taken over the corporation that she works for. They got this other person in there who has this synth body and who is old and horrible. You know, they're not. It wasn't like her last employer was, who was, you know, he was a lot better. It's really interesting so far. I'm kind of liking Isako a lot more now. It's science fiction that's based on a different planet that was, of course, terraformed by the humans that made it a place where they were able to inhabit. And so it's a very, like, you know, hectic, futuristic type of society, and she's very good at what she does. And now she's older. She already has a kid. She's been married, and so she kind of has a little bit of a tragic kind of situation, being that she's alone. She's not very much of a mother figure. She's always like on the run, right? When anything's going on, she's got to go out and protect. So yeah, so far, now that I'm kind of getting everything down, I'm really enjoying this story, and I really at this point, you know, just a couple, maybe like 65 pages into it, I'm getting the grasp of it. Now I'm able to start to soak it in and really become a part of this universe. So I'm going to continue reading through it, and I will check back with you in another few chapters. See you guys there. It's got to be a smell scale of about, let me smell again. That's got to be a smell scale of about a 7, an even 7. Good stuff. All right, guys, it's the next morning. I've officially been reading this for 3 days, and I am on Chapter 13, page 119. I am reading other things as well, so that's why I'm not progressing as fast as I normally would in a book. Not a whole lot has happened since we last chat. It's turning out to be more of a murder mystery. I mean, I know it's a reading vlog, but I want to keep it like, you know, as the story progresses, for sure, not, you know, not to give like in-depth spoilers. I do see it turning into a murder mystery because one of her apprentices that she's trained, he got wealthy into the gas company and terraforming, and he really got in. So basically, he's got a lot of people after his life, because he's the youngest guy in his position. A lot of people envy him, so he's got a lot of people after him. She goes to talk to him to maybe find some work or maybe get a contract through him and kind of grovel because her position, because she is contractless. While investigating her last contract, which is Sandbar Uchi, she's basically trying to dig up some dirt on him so that way he's not part of the board of the company that she's currently working for. And then in doing so, she finds out that somebody she's friends with, her former apprentice. She trained him, and he was by far her worst apprentice. That this Sandbar Uchi guy has put the hit out on him. And I'm assuming that reading vlogs contain spoilers, so that I'm trying to do like light spoilers, but if you want to come join me in the rest of this, I would definitely suggest that you read along with me, or you stop now and then wait until you've read it. I'm on chapter 13, 119, page 119, and this has been the 3rd day of me reading this, and so far I'm enjoying it. It's kind of a slow burn, and her character is very relatable. So yeah, let's read on, guys. All right, guys, it is a lot going on in this book now. 245 pages into it. I do believe I'm almost about halfway. I'm on chapter 26, and it's getting good. It's really getting good. I like the mystery. That Sandbag Uchi guy is just, you want to smack him around for sure. But Ishiko, she ran into a good friend of hers. His name is Cobb. So they used to work together back in the day, and so she ran into him, and he kind of helped her out a little bit in a situation, and he all of a sudden took interest in what she was doing and what she was going through, and he decided to say, "Hey, I wanna tag along and help you out." She's like, "Well, there's gonna be no pay in it or nothing like that. You know, I don't know. You're no longer even doing it. You went rogue, and you know, if you go rogue, then they send out assassins for you to kill you." But then all of a sudden, she's been working alongside him. He said, "Oh, come over to my house and I sleep on the couch." And then it was like they were in the area of her house and vice versa. And then so they're spending a lot of time together. And she kind of just noticed that, oh yeah, he's a little bit big, but he's handsome. So she starts thinking that way. But they're mainly friends. And then I won't tell you what she finds out in these chapters that I am now. I've really enjoyed the originality of this and the merging of genres, and Fonda Lee does a fantastic job of doing that. Ishiko's character and Cobb, he's a really good guy. They're two, you know, up in age, right? Both of them are, and they just get beat up. You know, because now they're like, they've gotten into some trouble, and people are after them, right? They're wanting their lives. They're like, okay, so they're back in action and doing stuff, but they're getting hurt. They're getting like stab wounds and losing blood and all this stuff. And there's a cool scene too, where the car they drive, they all of a sudden the doors lock, and it takes them to this destination, and they didn't know if they were going to die or what. But like 4 guys came out, and after they came to a stop, and they were like, "Oh, I thought the car was gonna ram into a wall or something like that and kill us both," which that would have been, you know, a better idea. But once they got out, and now you're gonna challenge these 2 veterans, so you know, they end up whipping these guys, not leaving without a scratch. They were jacked up. And so they go back to his apartment, and there's some unfoldings that happen, and it's pretty sad. And so there's a lot going on right now. It's been fantastic, and so far I'm really enjoying it, and you should probably check it out at this point if you're still with me. All right, guys, we're reading onward. Alright guys, another update. I'm on page 406, hanging out in my backyard, and squirrels are fighting in the trees. I'm on chapter 40. It's alright, buddy. Are you okay? Oh man, there's some crazy going on with these animals right here. But anyways, yes, so I'm on chapter 40. There's been a huge POV switch about halfway through the book. And I had to really put the book down for a while, and because you're just getting to like the character, right? Ishiko. And then all of a sudden there's like this huge POV switch. And now you're from Martin's perspective. So he should have been up here in the cover or something. But yeah, it was quite a pill to swallow, him changing like the POV switch like that. But the more I read on, the more it kind of made sense. But at the same time, I was like, man, Ishiko was like way off in what was going on here. And so it kind of like downplays her story a little bit, at least at this point. Martin, he is just, he's not that, he's kind of a, I don't really like him all that much. So there's really like no incentive to keep going back to this. I'm just like, well, I'm in the middle of this vlog video, so a reading vlog, so I have to finish it. But man, I'm now kind of liking it a little bit. Now I've gotten chapter 40 at 406 pages into it. I'm kind of getting, acclimated, but that was definitely a low blow, that switch, because I was like, man, it's not even gonna go back. But no, it was like Isako, basically the end of the story, and then now it's like, okay, let's go back and retrace all of these things, but in a different POV. It was definitely hard to be okay with that, and then plus Martin, he's not even that great of a character to me, so yeah, there were some struggles for sure, and that's definitely gonna affect the rating of this book quite a bit. But overall, you have to applaud the creativity. Overall, you have to applaud the genre merging here. And Martin's, his character kind of puts out a message as to, like, working ethics, like I'm at the prime of my life and all I am is working, work, and and no time to really to sit down and relax and do anything. I mean, all the poor guy wants is to sleep. It's like he's so like asphyxiated on and addicted to drugs and like pleasures of sorts, and like he has to do like the sleeping pills in order to sleep. So it's like, it's giving a message like that there's more out there than just freaking working your life away and just going every day, just hustle and bustle. Some people are wired that way, but other people are just like, this is what I was told to do, this is life, right? And so it gives that message a little bit, saying, hey, stop and smell the roses, stop, pick up a book and read. You know what I mean? If I only have just a few more 100 pages, actually just like a little over 100 pages or less. So yeah, let's finish this up and I'll give you my final thoughts. Alright guys, I just finished it up. It is done. My first thing that comes to my mind is this: you have to stick it out till the end to see Fonda Lee's greatness in action, because if not, you will DNF this with a bad taste in your mouth. But I thought so badly of the initial character Isako, like in like mid to even almost to the end. But come to find out, she knew a lot more than she let on, and the way everything unfolds and comes together is pretty well thought out. I mean, I would go as far as saying very well thought out. I was going in it with low expectations, not knowing what to think, being that basically on the back here I was thinking a whole other premise. The synopsis kind of threw me off, and then the cover kind of throws me off too as to what this book's gonna be about. And then once you kind of settle with that and kind of get familiarized with that, and it's a little bit jarring. I'm very grateful, for one, that I didn't DNF it, because I was thinking it for a while and I was like, well, I got this video going, it's worth it, so stick it out till the end. Yeah, there's some certain things that happened that I didn't want to happen, and I was like, oh yeah, go Isako, you're the best, you thought this through. And then come to find out, they wound up her and they were like spying on her, but in any case, I don't want to give too much away. This is great, guys. I highly recommend it. So thank you so much for tuning in to this reading vlog. Go check out The Last Contract of Isako, written by Fonda Lee. This is so fun. The world that they're in is very fun, and it really keeps you in suspense, like as to knowing what's going on. You think you know what's going on? No, you have no idea. So there's definitely some mystery there that you are gonna not probably gonna guess. So anyways, guys, anything and everything, put in the comment section down below. Tell me what you thought of this book. You know, if you've read it. If not, thank you so much for tuning in and kind of seeing it. I tried to keep it light spoilers as much as possible. I didn't give up the ending, of course, but I definitely think it's worth your time. Stick it out, because there's going to be some frustrating parts, but they do pay off to a certain degree at the end. Fonda is amazing, and then I will go into reading Jade City after this, and I'll keep you updated on what I think about the Greenbone Saga. But yes, guys, Isako, she's awesome. This book is awesome. Cobb is awesome. So like, comment, and subscribe. And the bell here, we'll put the bell under here.
Ding-a-ling-a-ling-ding-ding-bing-a-ding-ding.
Alright, guys, thank you so much. I'm going to take a nap because I've been reading a lot today, and I'll see you next time. Alright, guys, take care.